Yo, what is up, lads? Max5 back at it again with another video. Today, guys, we are covering the big one. It's the first test of the British and Irish Lions tour of South Africa, the actual series. The first test versus the Springboks. It was truly a game of two halves and very, very entertaining. But lads, without any delay, let's get into it.
With their penalty attempts. This is good though for the British and Irish Lions. This is very good indeed! And they're over!
How I can sum up the first half is basically an attacking and defence masterclass in the Springboks. They just put so much pressure on us and attacked so well. We were very lucky we didn't concede any tries, because what we were doing was desperate defence. They were doing was good defence. Good defence is when you're defending and you're stopping their attack through turnovers and hard work and a good effort of trying to turn over the ball, and then basically going on the counter attack. What we were doing was desperate defence, where we were just tackling, just stopping them and holding on by an absolute thread. How did we not concede a try? I do not know. And what was happening was they were making the odd knock-on, or we would concede a penalty and they would get sick of it and basically try something, it wouldn't work, and they'd go back for the penalty. And that's what they did. They were attacking and probably deserved a couple of tries, but they didn't. So, say there was 2 attacks for every penalty they got, they basically had 8 chances that we basically just about stopped, that they got fed up with and went back for the penalty and took the points instead, because they knew they wouldn't get through. And that's what they did. They got 4 penalties, well deserved, and it made up for the tries they didn't score. But we were very lucky to get a penalty that basically kept us in it, but not really. We had 2 penalty chances that we missed. Dan Biggar was very unlucky, and as well with Elliot Daly, a metre short, very unlucky. But the first half, attacking masterclass, we were absolutely put to bed. And at half time, it was 12-3 to Springboks. The second half, completely different. It was basically flipped on its head. The first 10 minutes was pretty even. We had good defence. We were stopping pretty much nearly everything that they did. A couple of tries were disallowed, including in the first half, that we were very lucky. But we actually defended and tried stuff. We tried, and we actually were even attacking as well. And within the first 2 minutes, we kicked for the corner, really good maul. We could see that the maul was getting very, very close to the line. So what we did, basically put all the backs in their maul. We kept pushing forward. Luke Cowan-Dickie at the tail of the maul. He got over for a huge score, and you can hear the absolute emotion from the commentator.
Good indeed! And they're over!
It sums it up quite well. And it was just a huge score, great conversion, and just like that we were within 2 points of them. But it didn't go all plain sailing for us. Pretty much what made up for their lack of tries in the first half, they got in the second. They attacked excellently in the 49th minute, attacking, putting pressure, good kick chase, and the left winger just was so close to not getting down. Instead, Peter Steph Toit was able to get the ball. Well, nearly did. It went backwards, but since it hit off his heel and he lost it backwards, it wasn't a knock-on. It went to Makazole Mpimpy. He tried to get over, but well done from Stuart Hall. Great defence. Got for the tackle, but very, very lucky for the Springboks. Faf de Klerk basically took the spilling ball from Makazole Mpimpy's hand. He got over for the try. Very, very unlucky. I'd say it was good defence, but well deserved from the Springboks. They deserved it after the amount of pressure. The conversion was missed, but basically they were back with a 7-point lead, and it was 17 points to 10 to the Springboks. But this is when it was all the Lions. We just kept attacking. They had good defence. They tried stuff. They weren't desperately defending. They were actually trying, but we just kept stopping everything they did. And we just kept attacking, kept putting pressure, and basically we did what they did. We would attack. They would have good defence. They would isolate us. We wouldn't be able to get anything. So what we did was, after a couple of chances, not get anything, we would take the points. We did. It was 13-17 after a really well struck Dan Biggar penalty. He missed one earlier on in the half, or earlier on in the match, and basically was pinpoint for the rest of the game. He got it, and just like this, it was the same score as the South Africa A match versus the Lions, 17-13. But after another attack, we kept trying, and they just kept defending and isolated us. We couldn't get anything off. So we did the exact same thing. Dan Biggar took the shot and got us right back in it, and now it was a 1-point game. But now, 10 minutes from time, this was huge. Dan Biggar having an outstanding game. He put a lot of pressure on. The Lions constantly putting attack. Same thing. But except, it wasn't really that we were attacking. We were just basically doing the normal attack as most teams would do. But we saw the opportunity. We had advantage and we took it. We took the advantage. Dan Biggar lined up. I'd say very much vibes from Wales versus England in the 2015 World Cup. The penalty to take the lead. He stepped up. He took it. Excellent strike. For the first time in the game, the Lions were in front, 19-17. This was huge. Let's just say I was jumping for joy when this happened. And pretty much, we kept trying. We did not let up the gas because we know what happened in 2009 when Mornay Stein got that winning penalty. So we kept attacking, and we had another huge opportunity. Basically did the exact same thing. We took the penalty advantage, went back for it. This time it was Owen Farrell. Now he has experience, scored the winning penalty against New Zealand in the second test, scored the equalising one in the third test. So he's used to the pressure. Huge one for him. He lines up, he takes it, looks like he's going to miss it, but he hooks his kicks, so it bends right back into the left, gets it in the posts, and just like that, with a minute to go, 22-17, we have a 5-point lead. And they tried to attack, they tried one last attack, but we weren't desperately defending at this stage. We had good defence. We were trying to attack the ball. We weren't just trying to stop them, we were trying to get the ball, and that's what we did. Maro Toje, on the day, the man of the match, incredible performance from him. He got over, he stole the ball as it spilled out, put it back, went to Stuart Hogg, he kicked it out, and somehow, someway, the Lions had won the first test. Full time, it was 22-17 to the British and Irish Lions. We were 1-0 up in the series. Huge moment for us. The Springboks absolutely capitalised on penalties, and that's what they did. That's what they did in the South Africa match as well. They capitalised on the penalties, and they tried to get points where they can. Now, since that pretty much cost them the game, they're not going to do that in the second test, so we'll have to expect that they're going to attack way more. And basically do what we did. We kept attacking and putting pressure on them, but we knew penalties would be big, so we just kept going for them, and we just knew their discipline was not good. We took advantage of it. So that's what we're probably going to do again. We took advantage of their discipline, we tried to attack, even though I think it's actually a good thing that our desperate defence is good enough to keep out their attack. So I think we'll be very happy with that, but we'll need to keep the pressure on the defenders, knowing that we'll need to keep them out. Because they're now going to attack way more in the second test, and so are we. We're not going to change much, we're going to keep attacking. Probably won't take penalties as much because we know they won't. We know the 7-point scores are going to count. But lads, there's not really much else to say. Brilliant game. In the series, the Lions lead 1-0 after a great game in Cape Town. Full time, it was Springboks 17, the Lions 22. So lads, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell. I'd really appreciate it. Go check out my other videos on the channel. I'd really appreciate it. The South Africa A match has nearly 150 views, which is huge. And check out the other videos as well, because they're not doing as great. So I really appreciate it. But lads, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.